A red card for the cabinet. This was the slogan of the biggest opposition party in Bulgaria, the Red Socialists, who staged a protest against the rightist Prime Minister Boyko Borisov. GERB stands for Citizens for European Development of Bulgaria, and there is nothing European about this rule, let alone development, the ex-premier and leader of the Socialists Sergei Stanishev said. Instead, we see increase in crime and corruption, high unemployment and total impoverishment. He added in front of some 16,000 Bulgarians who packed into the central Alexander Battenberg Square near the headquarters of the government, parliament and president.
It's not the global crisis and Gaddafi's oil that are to be blamed for us being the poorest Europeans. This government is harmful for its own people and it has to resign.
Teachers and students who get 0.2% of the national budget, with their European colleagues acquiring at least 2% of GDP. Medical workers who suffer from what Eurostat has named the weakest healthcare system in the EU that leads to the highest death toll per capita. Unemployed people whose number has risen to over 10%, and a great deal of Bulgarians with monthly salaries of 250 euros or 8 times below the EU average. They all call this the spring of our discontent.
Over the past 2 years that the right-wing party has been in power, the Bulgarian capital Sofia has been the focal point of sporadic protests of doctors, academics, pensioners, policemen and even filmmakers. But this is the first major protest against the ruling party.
Protesters vowed to continue their fight until they see some real changes.
Obviously, the long-awaited change has to come from us, the young people. We're very worried about our future, but we don't want to immigrate.
It's not only the young. This old lady also joins the calls for change. She tells us she's so poor that she eats only old pieces of bread and barely survives day by day.
High unemployment coupled with miserable incomes and skyrocketing prices of food. This is a real genocide toward us.
Prime Minister Boyko Borisov chose to ignore these dramatic words and actions of protest and instead visited the town of Varna. There he was a guest to a ceremony for launching new buses in the public transport system. His critics said this proves the premier has no sense of reality and is out of touch with people's real problems. He, however, expressed full confidence in his policies and said there will be no real alternative should he step down. Ivайло Спасов, Press TV, Sofia.